how you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Been so busy, and so busy achieving little is the thing, and I haven't been very well, and so every second I've had, I've been obviously feeding the chickens and harvesting and just keeping on top of things, not really actually doing much else. So it's been a bit silly, you know, videoing everything. Anyway, we've got a bit of a storm coming, as you can probably hear from the microphone. It's quite windy today, so I thought I'd do a little piece to camera, quickly show you the plot. It's September the 18th today, so we'll, you know, end of summer now, getting into autumn. As you can see, the beard is coming back for winter, but all in all, everything's good. You know, mustn't grumble. Plenty worse off than me. And everything's growing really well, or harvesting really well. Tons of tomatoes, tons of cucumbers, sweet corn, cabbages, chilies, potatoes, kale, obviously eggs, as you can hear from the chooks. Had a few beans, had a few raspberries. Yeah, all good really, all good. So yeah, I will spin the camera around. You can have a quick look at my plot and the state that it's in. But you know, it's that time of year, everything looks a bit messy really. So here she is. I'm harvesting so much at the moment. Loads of tomatoes. Sweet corn, I'm picking it all the time. I like it fresh, so I pick 4 or 5 at a time. Cabbages are doing well. As you can see, I've been harvesting, eating, some for the chickens. And that one in the corner there that's chewed, I actually leave them, believe it or not, because while the slugs are eating that one, they're not touching these beauties. So yeah, top tip there. Sunflowers are dying back. I know a squirrel's been about, so I found one of my heads halfway up the path up there, which I don't mind, you know, everything's got to eat, hasn't it? The apples did really well, lost quite a few to wasps, probably a couple of pounds in weight maybe, but again, not too fussed really. The kale doing good, ready for winter. It's in there somewhere. And obviously when I finish with my cabbages, football goal will go over here, and then obviously I'll have greens for the winter. Yeah, so I've had the first lot of sweet corn. This is the second lot, if you remember. The first lot was over there. That's been harvested now and eaten, and then we're getting onto this now. It's done alright actually, considering it was just the stragglers that I thought I killed. If you remember back months and months, I thought that those sweet corns were well and truly dead, but put them in, watered them, jobs are good. Started to dig all this area up now, and I put some fruit bushes in. You probably can't tell it amongst the wildflowers, but basically I've got 2 gooseberry bushes at the back there that were kindly donated from a plot holder, and she also gave me a blackcurrant. So this is going to have fruit bushes in it, as is the corner down here, and then I'm going to have some big raised beds here, here and there, and I want to get more perennial fruit and vegetables in, because it's just easier on the old back really. Plenty of eggs. You alright girlies? You doing good? They have been getting let out now. That's not even English. I've started letting the chickens out now, because I keep them in the summer, simply because they don't eat the things that I want to eat. But now they can go out slug hunting. So when I'm down here for a good couple of hours, I let them out. That's why my paths are looking dodgy, because they've been rooting through them. But again, they hoover up all the pests, so I'm happy with that. The big pumpkin, I remembered what it was called. It was called Big Max. There you go. And there he is. See if I can get my hand in there. So, he's pretty big. Trying to save him for Halloween. He's going to have a lovely little groove where the fence post has gone. But oh well, it'll be cool. Cosmos, look at it. It's massive. What's that? 7 foot? 7 foot tall. Hardly any flowers. No idea. I'm going to pick the pumpkin up today because, well, it's starting to get a bit wet and cold now, so it needs to go somewhere safe, ready for Halloween and pumpkin pie and all the rest of it. That's my hand. I haven't got small hands. Unless I've got large hands, but you know, my hands are a good 7 inches long. That's quite an impressive pumpkin. Right, moment of truth. Let's see if the underside has not been nibbled out. No, we look pretty good, people. We look pretty good. And there she is. She's bigger than my head. And as any of my friends and family tell you, that's quite impressive because I've got a mahoosive head. It's a really nice morning. It is the 4th, 5th of October. It's bad that I don't know the date, isn't it? Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock and I've come down to the allotment on the way to work. But I thought I'd do a little piece to camera while I was down here. You know, just to show you the plot on this nice autumn morning. It's really nice actually being down here on a day like today. It's pretty warm actually for October. I'm guessing I'd say it was like 12-13 degrees. I will be down here tomorrow to get some more stuff tidied and hopefully have a few beds put away for the winter. I tend to chop up all my weeds and stalks and all the leaves for cabbages and sweet corn and whatever else, and I just kind of chuck them all on the floor, cover them over with tarpaulin or cardboard, leave them all winter. And obviously anything that's green has got nitrogen in it, so that obviously goes back into the soil. The worms and all the bugs come up and eat it and munch away, and it's kind of like a free compost really. And then in the springtime when I want to plant, I just rake all the stuff off, put that in the compost bin, and that'll break down further for next year, and then I'm good to go. So that's probably why you'll notice that there's little piles of like weeds and rubbish about. Some people chuck their rubbish, all their leaves and stuff away. I don't really get that because it's, well, it's basic GCSE science, isn't it really? You know, plants absorb nutrients to grow. They store those nutrients in their roots, their leaves, the stalks, the stems, and then you cut them down and throw them away and take them away from your plot. I don't get it. So yeah, I keep pretty much everything on my plot to keep the soil going back, keep the soil nutrients going back into the soil. If you look here, look, that's a whole skip full of what could be goodness. I mean, even the raspberry canes, you know, chop them up small, shred them, stick them in the compost heap or stick them in a pile to dry out, burn them, then use the ash in the garden. I mean, if you burnt all of that, just imagine all the amazing ash you'd have for your garden. So yeah, I don't get it, but hey ho. Anyway, I'm at the gate, so I'm gonna go. So until next time guys, speak soon.